Good morning, Aaron. We are back at her. November 29th, 2018. We've got one more day. Got November 30th, then December 1st. It is a little bit chilly here this morning. We are down to 30 degrees last night. Currently at 41. Sun is shining, blue skies, looking like a gorgeous day. I've got my booties on. Trying to keep these feet warm. Eating some scrambled eggs with some cheddar cheese. I like to mix in a little sour cream and onion mix or dip. Got my black coffee going. Hope everybody's having a great morning. We had a little frost out there this morning. It's our second frost. Brought in most of the plants. They're in good shape. I was able to use my ghost pepper plant in a tomato spread. Moroccan tomato spread called metboucha. I used that over the weekend up in Raleigh. Ooh, that coffee is tasting good this morning. Two scrambled eggs going down nicely. I've only been using a Hampton Bay Legion heater in the house. Just trying it out to see if I save any money. This is a 1500 watt little fireplace. It's got one infrared heater on it on the bottom. I used it in my bedroom last night with the door closed. Middle of the night or early morning rather. I had to open the door on my bedroom and let some of the cool air in. I got up to about 80 degrees in my room. I brought the heater back into the kitchen in the middle of the house. It is currently 66 degrees in the kitchen, 37% humidity. One little puff cloud there in the picture. Shirt and towel still hanging on. I'm hoping to see some rain, get it on those shirt and towel, and then freeze. But I don't think we're supposed to get any rain until Monday. It says actually 80% chance on Saturday, but not a bunch of it. Looking at the radar here, South Carolina is pretty clear. Zoom in here. Over Myrtle Beach, I don't see a cloud in the sky on the radar. Looks like they're getting some snow up above West Virginia, just northwest of West Virginia. Do you have your Christmas shopping done? Well, if you ask me, I haven't started. I usually wait till the 1st of December. Oh, but Aaron, you missed Cyber Monday. I don't care. Excuse me while I blow my big nose here. There we go. Tuesday, I had the day off. I was able to go out in the woods with my friend Nick and Kevin, and we were able to go out and shoot one of Kevin's shotguns that he had when he was a child, and it was his father's gun, and his father gave it to him. And this is an older gun. I wish I would remember what it was, but it was it wasn't made by Sears and Roebuck, but a similar situation. It was in the Montgomery Ward magazine, and in the Montgomery Ward, similar to the Sears and Roebuck magazine, they both sold guns. It was acquired through that. So anyway, it was a 20 gauge. It looks like we've got a utility truck there. It was a 20 gauge shotgun. Had a clip for 2 shells and then 1 in the chamber. We had about 30 different plastic containers that we filled up with water, and we froze some of them and went out there and blasted them up. We also had a 38 special. There was 2 9mm. There was 2 AR-22 long rifles with nice scopes on them. Had the 12 gauge shotgun. Then a bolt action 22 long rifle. We had quite a few of the some people call them skeet or clay pigeons. We didn't stack them. We kind of spread them out all over where our targets were back in the woods, and our furthest back was probably 75 yards, maybe 65 yards. That made it fun for plinking, and we had a good competition doing that. We also printed up some targets on my printer here. We just print bullseyes, print a couple deer pictures, a couple bear pictures, and we'll keep score on that too. That's always a lot of fun. Right now, they got a good price on 22 ammo. It was unavailable for quite some time. It's been back for a while, but now we can get it at $20 for 550 rounds. We were looking at the ammo that we had. We had over 3,000 rounds total. So that was fun. We got to blast off all afternoon from about 11 to 4, 11 to 3:30, something like that. Come back to the house. Neighbor Adam had a bushel of oysters. And so we got a pot of boiling water and put it on the grill outside. And threw some in the water and threw some on the grill. Took a little bit of melted butter out there. And Nick got the fire going in the burn barrel. And then we just ate our heart's content, and standing around the fire and try to stay warm. And lovely day. Lovely finish to a lovely day. 10:11 a.m. here in Conway, South Carolina. I'm 16 miles from the beach. Halfway through my first cup of Joe. Sure looks a lot warmer than it actually is. Excuse me. I did bring in my tomato plant from outside. And I really did at the very last second. And I brought in an okra as well. I've got 1 okra plant in here. The transplant pretty hard on them. I can see that okra. Their leaves are falling right over. I don't know if they'll pull through or not, but the ghost pepper did. I pulled that in about a month ago, and was able to use one of those. And then I got 4 more on there. One of them's turning red right now. So very cool. While we were out in the woods, we were doing some mushroom foraging. We went ahead and picked about 4 or 5 varieties, brought them back to the house, and just did a Google search identification, just to learn a little bit more about some of the the fungi that grows in the South. Growing up, my dad took all of us as kids out in the woods, and we would forage for morel mushrooms and bucktails. There are false morels, so you got to be careful if you are foraging for mushrooms, which they normally come the first part of spring, and you don't really see them out at the grocery store often. I have like once or twice, usually quite high in price. I heard that they cannot be grown commercially. That scientists have not figured out how to grow them year round. So it's quite a treat when we get out there and we get some morel mushrooms. We get a couple pounds of them, take them home. We cut them in half. We soak them in the sink with salt water, try to get all the bugs and everything out of them. And then we dry them off. And what I like best is we roll them in an egg wash, and then we take saltine crackers. We throw saltine crackers in a Ziploc bag, and then we roll a rolling pin over the Ziploc bag and turn it to kind of a powder. And then once the mushrooms have been ran through the egg into the saltine cracker mix, and then into a hot skillet with oil, and fry them up. I've always been just kind of dip them in ketchup type of kid. My uncle here recently is all about dipping them in honey. And I've tried it. It's good. It's all right, you know. But yeah, they're wonderful mushrooms. We would put them on pizza and put them in eggs, and really, really great stuff. So looking to learn a little bit more about foraging for mushrooms in South Carolina. There's a couple. Chicken of the woods is one that's very popular. I've heard people talking about down here. Also the oyster mushroom. So I'm going to continue doing some foraging. I will not eat until I will positively identify. And they do have test kits out there that you can test for poisonous mushrooms. I may purchase some of those. They were, I think, $2.50 a piece, and you can buy 10 of them. Emma Louise Dunn. Why do you always live stream your outside? Okay, the question, it's a good question, because this started back in September during Hurricane Florence. Hurricane Florence, you see the flagpole there. The very first day of Hurricane Florence, I remember I was there. Yeah. So that's why I do the picture outside, just trying to refresh everyone that when they come by my channel, they can see how the shirt and towel are doing, because we had almost 200 votes between the shirt and the towel. And so people are able to get an update on how the shirt and towel are doing. But there are times, you know, that I do them, you know, the camera facing my face. That's why I subbed. Yeah. Emma Louise Dunn. Good to see you. Good morning. It's chilly here. I'm cold. I had to put on my booties. 66 degrees in my house and like 37 outside. So yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, do some short little videos, because we only got 33 days left until the end of the year. So at the end of the year, if nothing happens, I said I was just going to, you know, quit the whole live stream with the shirt versus towel. And I may still do live streams of myself and update people with my life, but the shirt versus towel thing, maybe I'll just let it stand until one or the other fall. I don't know if I feel like it when I get there, but halfway through my first cup of coffee, put a lot of sugar in it this morning. Woo! I just finished my scrambled eggs. They were pretty nice. A little cheddar cheese in there. I got a hooded sweatshirt on, some sweatpants. I got my thick Realtree socks on and my booties. Trying to stay warm in here. What are you up to today, Emma Louise Dunn? What is your plans on this gorgeous Thursday, November 29th? I've got to walk some dogs around 2:30. I got 2 Labrables. It's a Labrador Pit Bull mix. Gunner and Ammo. 2 boys. Ammo's the younger one. And I got to walk them around 2:30, let them go to the bathroom, and then take them back to the owner's home because he works 12-hour shifts and he is unable to let his dogs go out while he's at work. So I do him a favor Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I just got done babysitting a couple dogs for a friend that went to Georgia. There was a German Shepherd and a lab, a black lab. And they were wonderful. They were a little young, a year and a half and 2 years old. But they were so smart and they listened so well. And they would go outside and take care of business and come back in. And when I said go to your kennel when I had to go to work, right in the kennel they went. They were so smart and fun. Yeah, it looks like it's comfortable outside. It is. It is not. It's really chilly. Let's see. Let's see if I got the old. There we go. Good morning, everyone. We got two people in the chat room. Aaron is here. He's got his old classical guitar here. I don't know if it's tuned. Let's see if it is. Probably not. Nope. Let's tune it up a little bit. Pretty close. Oh, yeah, Laura K. Good morning. Laura K., what are you up to today? We are taking a look at the shirt versus towel, and it's only 33 days left till the end of the year. Time is approaching us quickly. It is chilly down here in South Carolina at 37 degrees. Laura K. is working already. I guess it's 9:20 where she is at. I just got this a little K acoustic classical guitar from my friend Camila. It's not mine. She gave it to me just to put some guitar strings on it and then give it back to her daughter. Sounds pretty good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this guitar is ready to give back to its owner. The strings, these classical strings, I don't know if they're nylon or plastic or what they are, but they stretch. And I have to keep tuning it to keep it in tune. Arriba! Yeah, sounds good to me. I think I can take this to work and give this back to that little lady. She'll be pleasantly surprised to hear how good this little guitar sounds. Put this to the side. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Laura K's at work and she's able to listen to Aaron's little live stream. Thank you for tuning in. It's good to see you, everybody. I'm sure it's cold in Iowa. Let's see what Iowa's temperature is, just for giggles. Keokuk, Iowa, that's along the Mississippi River. I believe it's lock dam number 17. It's 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Burr. We got down to 29 last night. 29 degrees where we're at. Toasty. Yeah, I've been using this little, it looks like a little wood burner I bought it's electric. I bought it at Home Depot. It's supposed to be 1,500 watts and heat 1,000 square feet. And it's the only heat I've had on all through the night, but I did put it in my bedroom and closed my bedroom door, and it got up to 79 or 80 degrees. And I got hot, opened the door, and then all the cool air from the kitchen and the hallway started coming in and dropped it down about 73. Now I'm in the kitchen with the heater, and it's 66 and the temperature's falling. Pretty chilly. I don't think this heater alone would be able to heat this little trailer, but I'm going to go as long as I can without turning my actual heat on and see if that saves me any money. My brother works in construction, or he's a carpenter, and he thinks it will. So we're going to put this challenge to the test and see how it all goes along. Because last month my electric bill was $189 or something like that. And it's just me, and I'm gone 5 days of the week, 8 hours of those 5 days or more. So I'm curious to see how it pans out. Will it save me any money? Will it be more? If it's more, I'm taking that right back to Home Depot. No, I actually like it. It's infrared heat. First time I had an infrared heater. So it's supposed to put out heat like the sun does or something like that. And I keep it about 5-6 feet from me against the wall facing towards me. And it keeps me nice and toasty, as Laura Kay said. Toasty. Gasoline has become quite cheap in South Carolina. I'm very surprised. Gasoline was down to $1.97. I filled up for $2.04 yesterday. Yeah, the $1.97 was the other direction of me. So, yeah, I was pretty excited to get $2.04. That is really cheap. You're right. You know, that is. I mean, I was just up in Raleigh, North Carolina for a Friendsgiving. It's kind of a Thanksgiving, my first Friendsgiving, but it was $2.62 up in Raleigh, North Carolina. And yeah, we hung out with some kids from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and they were brilliant kids, like 25, 26 years old with their PhD in chemistry. Pretty neat. And we have ethanol corn-based gasoline. Yep, we do too. Up to 10% ethanol-based gasoline. But we also have, on a separate pump, ethanol-free fuel, because ethanol fuel is not good for small engines. Say your push mower, your riding lawnmower, your snow blower, your leaf blower, your weed eater, your chainsaw, any small engine like that, your boat motor. I recommend ethanol-free fuel to go in those, especially if you store them in the winter and you don't drain the gas out of them. Ethanol attracts moisture, and with ethanol alcohol, it's alcohol mixed with gasoline, and the moisture will then gel up inside the carburetor of those small engines and cause some real havoc come the following year. I see it over and over. I do work on small engines for the neighborhood. People will bring me their push mower, and over again, it's because they have the cheaper gasoline, that 87 octane, or even up to 93. Those are all still 10% gasoline. Probably why our lawnmower died this year. That's probably it. So if you can find ethanol-free gasoline in your area, and I had to do a Google search to find only 2 stations in my area, probably 15, 20-mile radius of where I live. There was only 2 stations, and it is a little bit more expensive, but it's totally worth it, in my opinion, that you won't have to put any fuel stabilizer like Sta-Bil in it over the wintertime. You just, the regular ethanol-free gasoline, put it in, run it. If you can drain it out at the end of the year, do, and then try to run it until it runs out of gas. That's what I would recommend. But yeah, it's such a hassle having to take those carburetors apart every spring because they won't start. I think ours last I saw was running like 325 a gallon, so it is a little bit higher. Yeah, I did try to run everything, all of my small engine stuff right before winter and get run them out of gasoline. I had a leaf blower, weed eater, push mower, riding mower. I didn't get around to doing it to the motorcycle. That's bad, but my motorcycle wasn't starting anyway, so that may be a project for the spring. Yeah, people bring by their kids' dirt bikes and their kids' golf carts and stuff like that. They'll bring them by the house, and I work on them on my day off and make a little bit of extra cash. The shirt and towel, they are surviving, but the towel I think is struggling. There's probably a 2 or 3 inch rip where the carabiner goes through the towel, and the shirt has some rips too, but just not as large. But as Daryl in the chat room was saying, because it's a poly blend, that he thinks the towel is going to stay longer because of the threading around the end of the towel. I'm curious to see if when it rains and it freezes, if the weight will be enough to bring one of them down. As soon as they get wet and freeze, they'll be super heavy, and if it tries to blow, we'll see. I've been waiting for that day where we have freezing rain. Usually if we have any freezing rain at all, everything here closes. We don't have any snow trucks here. We have no trucks with salt. Maybe I can't say no, but none. But the majority of the trucks around here have put down gravel or sand. Daryl, good morning. Welcome to the room. Yep, got Daryl back in the room. I was just talking about you, talking about the towel. Towel power. There's Chris. He's getting ready to go back to work. Stopped in real quick. What is he working? Let me see what that truck says. Oh, Carolina Cool. He works for a cooling company. Okay. Yep. And it's a chilly one. It was down to 30 degrees last night. We had some ice on the vehicles this morning. Looks like the ice is gone. But blue skies, it is 66 degrees in my home. Still using that little electric furnace, Daryl. And I used it in the bedroom last night. Got up to 80 degrees in there. Had to open the door. And I've just brought the heater back into the kitchen and trying to get the kitchen warm back up. 39% humidity in here. Just made some scrambled eggs. I'm on my first cup of coffee. Fix the cam. Well, you know, I didn't do anything different. I just unplugged the USB cables, plugged them back in, kind of swapped one cable around from the back side to the front side. We'll see if it goes green again. It's possible. There's some little clouds rolling in there. Whatever works, right? Whatever works for real. Had a wonderful time up in Raleigh, Daryl. I was talking about it earlier. Went up to visit some friends over the weekend. About a 3-hour, 10, 20-minute drive. Had some pretty good weather. It was really foggy the first morning. About an hour into the drive, the fog went away, and we went out on 95, and I got it up to 95 miles per hour and put the cruise control on. We're like, oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought that was the speed limit. But yeah, the old Pathfinder did well. had Nick and Camila, my friends, rode with me and split the fuel costs with me. So that helped. And we got up there, and there was about, I don't know, 20 people or so over at this place, and had a nice spiral ham and mashed potatoes and all the other fixings. Had some nice homemade cranberry. I wasn't really a big fan of cranberry, but this stuff was pretty decent. So yeah, still been eating that Lozano's, been enjoying it. You'll have a beard by the time you get here. No beard for me. I can't grow a beard. I can grow a mustache and a goatee, and that's about it. That takes me 6 months to do something like that. You just mentioned gasoline is at an all-time low. Well, not all-time, but this year low. We're at $1.97 at some gas stations here per gallon. I know in Canada it's in liters, and the same price across the board. Or no, they got different prices. Is it Israel that every single price was the same across the country? Yeah, I don't think I would go to Canada until summertime. It's way too cold for my blood. 99.9 per liter. Okay. So let's see. How many liters in a gallon? It is 3.78. So $1. 1, 2, 3, 3.78 per gallon. That's a little bit high. Almost $1 a liter. Mm-hmm. Does Canada have ethanol in their fuel, or is it ethanol free? Here we have 10% at least, or up to 10% ethanol added to our fuel. That's 87 octane, 89, and 93. Ethanol is really bad on small engines. I was talking to Laura Kay about it, and she mentioned that her lawnmower died this year, and it's I believe it's because of ethanol fuel. You put it in there and you don't drain it out come wintertime, and it sits all winter, and it pulls in moisture, and that moisture turns to gel, and then you can't get your mower started, your blower, your weed eater. So I found 2 stations near me that have ethanol free fuel, and that's helped me a ton come springtime. I just put in some clean fuel, start her up, and it takes right off. So that's a recommendation. If you have ethanol free fuel, you know, you're lucky. Go ahead and get your coffee here. I'm about 3/4 of the way through my first cup. My mom planned on calling me on her lunch break. It's 9:36 a.m. in Illinois. She'll probably take lunch around 11. So that'll be 10 a.m. her time, or 11:30, 10:30 her time. They've had a lot of snow in Illinois. Let's see what temps they have. "30 degrees in Bowen, Illinois. Mm-hmm. I've only turned on my actual home heat one time yesterday morning for about an hour, and this little space heater has been doing the job, but couldn't keep up early yesterday morning. I had to kick on the regular house heat, but it's doing a pretty good job. I'm going to try to run it as long as I possibly can and see if that is any savings to my pocketbook. To my wallet, rather. I've exchanged all of my light bulbs in the house. They were 100-watt light bulbs. There was 12 of them throughout my home, and I replaced them all with LED light bulbs. They're 9-watt light bulbs, and they're $1 a piece from the Dollar Tree. They say that they are the equivalent of a 60-watt bulb, but I think they are as bright as a 100-watt bulb. So that should give me some savings too over the next couple years. If you try to buy those LED bulbs at Walmart, they are like $16 for 4 of them. So I recommend, if you were wanting to go the LED route, Dollar Tree. The brand is Sunbeam, and then there's a second brand that I was unfamiliar with, and Sunbeam is kind of a low quality brand, and but I think they actually, some company bought just the name Sunbeam, so it would be something familiar to buyers. But I bought 12 of them, got them all in my old light bulbs. I kept them. Just in case, one goes out one day if I need a light bulb. So I've probably, because I already had probably half a dozen, so close to 25 extra light bulbs, CFLs and incandescent. I've got a couple spotlight bulbs and an outdoor security light bulbs as well. So I'll just hold on to those. If I need those down the road, I'll have them. But I brought in my tomato plant. I brought in my okra plant. Repotted those into pots, put them by the window. They're looking pretty pitiful. The leaves are falling down on them. I don't know if they'll pull through or not. Fingers crossed, but we got some Thai chili peppers popping up on my pepper plant, and I've got one ghost pepper on my ghost pepper plant turning red. So those are coming along nicely. The 2 snake plants are providing plenty of oxygen to the home, and they're growing well. They only need watered maybe every 2 weeks or up to every 5 or 6 weeks. They don't need much water at all. Oh, your pumpkin spice coffee. Now that's the taste of fall. That's the taste of fall. We had some cider, warm cider up in Raleigh that they mixed with Prosecco champagne, and they throw a little ice in there. I was like, wow, this is really the taste of fall, the cinnamon and clove. And so that was kind of our joke, people were throwing football in the backyard, and they had a fire going. And I said, oh, throwing the football around, sitting around a fire, the taste of fall. So that was kind of our running slogan for the weekend. Oh, the taste of fall. Yeah, we've had Laura Kay in the room from Iowa, and Emma Louise Dunn. She was in here a little while ago. And we got Daryl here hanging out with me. I'm not finished with you. I'm down to a half bottle of Lozano's already. Good stuff. And I've been taking it to work too. But yeah, everyone's enjoying it. Good stuff. Everyone says it's got kind of an A1 and taco taste to it. My neighbor yesterday brought over a bushel of oysters. We did an oyster roast. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before. What did your boss say? What did my boss say about... I don't remember. What did my boss say about what? Oh, the sauce. Yeah, my kitchen manager boss. Yeah, he's like, it's great. He's like, that's awesome, man. He tossed those shrimp in it, and he's like, you want these shrimp? I'm like, heck yeah, I do. Yeah, he said it's awesome. He said he never tasted anything like it. I'm like, well, might have to add it to the menu. He's like, how much is that bottle? I said $8.99. He said, I don't know if we, if that is in our price range. Yeah, we've got so many sauces at the restaurant. There's ranch honey mustard barbecue sauce. We make our own honey apple barbecue sauce that I really like. There's blue cheese, balsamic vinaigrette, raspberry vinaigrette, honey apple vinaigrette, of course, ketchup, mustards. There's a lemon remoulade. There's a Thai chili sauce. There's buffalo sauce. Might as well add on Lozano's. Yeah, I got to be careful, you know, like taking my stuff there because people eat your stuff and you're like, dang, I forgot it. I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have taken and forgotten it. Are you sure? I'm sure you guys could make Lozano sauce. You're right. Let me see. Lozano salsa homemade recipe. Lozano salsa homemade. Salsa Lozano. Okay. 1/3 cup pickled hot peppers, canned or jarred. 1/2 cup pickled giardiniera, carrots, peppers, cauliflower, onion, celery drained. 1/3 cup sweet yellow corn cut into chunks. 1 cup of water. White vinegar, Dijon mustard, cumin, salt, and there's 2 more items. Turmeric, black pepper, dark brown sugar, molasses, and a vegetable-based concentrate. Okay. I'm going to have to see what that pickled giardiniera, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Oh, I got you. It's like the pickled vegetable mix. It's got cauliflower and carrots and peppers. That's what they're talking about. It is a long list. Yeah, they keep our sauces pretty simple, like our fresh herb cream sauces, basil, heavy cream, lemon juice, and salt. That's a very simple one. Got an Asian sesame glaze that I like. It's like kind of like a sweet teriyaki style sauce. Got a little crushed red pepper in it. There's a mango salsa, diced mangoes, bell peppers, raw jalapenos, cilantro, and cumin. There's a chipotle lime crema, honey lime butter. There's a garlic butter. There's a horseradish cream. I like ponzu sauce for several different things. If it's a rice type of meal, ponzu is soy sauce, lemon juice, scallions. I think there's some crushed pepper in there. I guess Costa Ricans add everything till it tastes good. Yeah, I made a couple dishes to take up with me to Raleigh, and a lot of those people were vegan up there. Even though they did have a spiral ham, the majority, I'd say 90% of the side dishes and desserts were vegan. And to each his own on that. You know, I won't ever become one, but they had vegan mashed potatoes that I was surprised they were actually pretty good, made with almond milk. And they had a couple desserts, like what are they? Little tarts, little blackberry tarts. They did a chocolate pie and some muffins that were vegan that were all good. I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised. I brought a cheesecake and I'm thinking, oh, you know, I'm bringing a cheesecake. You know, it was like 4 different flavors that you buy in the store. And I brought it over there and no one wanted it because it contained dairy. So I'm like, well, I guess that means 2 slices for me. And I brought a couple of Moroccan Israeli style spreads for crusty French baguette bread. A lot of times people put it on pita bread as well, but one was called baba ganoush, which is made from eggplant, mayonnaise, garlic, salt, black pepper, lemon juice. And then I made another one called metboucha, which is made from diced tomatoes that are stewed down in a pot, reduced all the water, paprika, oil, garlic, 1 hot pepper. I put a ghost pepper in that. Salt, if I didn't say that already. And then once it's reduced, you just let it cool, and then it's able to go into your crusty bread. But the 2 that I brought, the eggplant one had mayonnaise, so the vegans wouldn't have it because mayonnaise contains egg. But the tomato spread I made was completely vegan, and they chowed down on that, and it was a little bit spicy, and everyone was very happy I brought that. I bought a large bottle of American vodka by Members Mark, is by Sam's Club. Sam's Club makes a 1.75 liter bottle right next to the Grey Goose bottle. The Grey Goose bottle, same size, same look, was $76, and this Members Mark American vodka, $12.99. So I was like, that's a price you can't beat. So I bought 2 of them. I took one of them as a gift for the Thanksgiving party or Friendsgiving, whatever you want to call it, and then the other one I kept here at the house. Yeah, I did not know that if you go to Sam's Club and you want to get alcohol, you do not need a Sam's Club card to get to buy any of the alcohol, because that's a separate section of Sam's Club. Alcohol is high priced in Canada. I remember buying an 8-pack of assorted canned beer, and I did some videos trying to just do a review on some of them. My favorite one that was up there was actually a German Hefeweizen wheat beer. And it was, what was it? Schweifen. I don't know. SCH. I can't remember the name of it, but it's very nice. Orange citrus type of taste, a little cloudy. I remember drinking it in St. Catharines, Ontario, on the porch there, and these yellow jackets kept flying into my beer, and they get so drunk, and I just let them kind of get drunk where they're, hardly moving. And then I grab a stick and dip it in my beer, and the bee or the yellow jacket would go up on there and then hang out on the stick for a while until he lost his buzz, and he'd dry himself off and then fly away. Yeah, the place I stayed at had yellow jackets in the wall of the home, and anytime you'd go out the door, it was a terrible, trying to swat them away from your face. Best beer I ever had was Rock Ice Monkey. Let's take a look at it. Is it ice beer? It sounds like it. Rock Ice Monkey. There we go. I see with an orange can. That's the Golden Monkey. Okay. Then there's, Rock Golden Monkey. Rock Ice. Okay, so ice beers, from what I've been told. It's a Costa Rican beer. There we go. Golden Monkey Cerveceria, Costa Rica. It's not having a very good star rating. It's got 2 stars out of 5 on Rate Beer. Ice beer, from what I know, is that they freeze the beer, and then the ice, of course, floats to the top, and the beer that's on the bottom, they drain off. So the ice, of course, is the water. So then the beer drains off at a higher ABV, or alcohol per volume, APV. So most ice beers are at least 5%. We have a lot of ice beer here, and it's quite affordable. You can get a 12-pack for $5.99, but it's kind of hard to stomach down and gives you a bit of a nasty hangover. Let's see, rate my beer. See if I can talk about it. This is the best flavored beer I ever had. Oh, that was you. He commented on it. Daryl, I see your comment on ratebeer.com. It says, this is legit best flavored beer I ever had. People who rate this low don't know what they're talking about. That was February 8th of 2018. I see your comment there. People in Costa Rica do not like fruited beers. I do. I don't mind it. I like a fruited beer, but I'm not a big fan of like Bud Light Lime or Bud Light Orange, because it tastes so artificial. It tastes like a fake flavored chemical flavor or something like that. Here's my Spanish. Mangosteen flavored, not mango. Con un sabor único, divertido y alternativo. Wait, alternativo. Yeah, it shows how good my Spanish is. Rock Ice marca de nuevo su diferencia en el mercado nacional. Good job, Aaron. Yeah, round of applause. Yeah, I noticed in Canada they have Bud Light Apple, which they do not sell Bud Light Apple here. And I saw that they also sell a Shock Top. Yep, Shock Top. I've had that. It's not my favorite either. Citrusy, kind of cloudy. They recommend like rolling the beer on its side to mix up the herbs and seasonings or whatever that are on the bottom. Yep, Shock Top. Bud Light Wrangler. Is that the Apple one? Let me see. Bud Light Wrangler. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't see anything online about it. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. Bud Light Wrangler. Yeah, no searches come up. Well, I heard that PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon, their contract ends at the end of the year. And if no one picks them up, looks like they will be going completely out of business. PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon, is our cheapest beer at the restaurant. It's $2 for a pint all day, every day. Our most expensive beer, I believe, is $8.50. That's an IPA, an India Pale Ale. Oh, get a good stretch here. Slowly warming up in my kitchen. 68 degrees. Good morning, Jared. That's my twin brother there. Yeah, Jared, it's a chilly morning. We were down to 30 degrees last night. I am broadcasting through S-Wash, South Washington. Oh, good morning, South Washington. My twin brother and I were working on a home down there, a flip house for Abby Ray. I only got as far as painting the walls and ceiling with my brother, doing some mudding before that, ripping up the floor. They are getting along there nicely. Got the island in. They got I think the new ceiling fan. They got the cabinets in. The floor is in. They got the doors in on the closet. And yeah, I see you guys are busy over there. Place is coming along nicely. Are you by yourself this morning, Jared? Or you got John there with you, broadcasting through South Washington? I don't want to keep you too long, but yeah, I'm just sitting here with the old classical. It got pretty chilly in here last night, Jared. By your lonesome at the moment. Yeah, well, it got chilly here. I was only using the space heater all night in my bedroom. It got up to 79 degrees. Opened the door, and all the cool air from the kitchen came down the hallway and got down to 73. And then woke up and brought it out in the kitchen. Said it was 61 in the kitchen, and now we're up to 68. So I'm trying to go as long as I possibly can without turning on the actual heat. I did turn it on for maybe an hour, the real heat, for about an hour yesterday morning, but that was it. And curious to see what this electric bill is going to look like. That thing has not shut off. I mean, that infrared heat is nice, but we'll see if it gets down in the 20s. I don't think I'm going to be able to survive without turning the actual heat on, because last night I went to bed with a hooded sweatshirt and pajama pants and some thick socks. In the middle of the night, I had to peel all of it off and then throw it off the bed. But I slept really well, and that heater is quiet. There's not a whole lot of noise to it. I would give it an 8 or 9 stars. The reason I give it an 8 is the legs are very cheap plastic, very thin. I think over time those legs are going to fail. Yeah, I mean, besides that one little heating element, I guess it's not bad. It's a pretty good unit. Little 17th century Maniguela. All right, so yeah, I'm not finished with you. Daryl has sent a link, Strategy Online, for a Bud Light Wrangler, which here he's got it. There. Oh, Radler. I was reading that wrong, not Wrangler. Yes, I saw that in Canada, grapefruit, and I tried it. Yep, they don't have that here. They don't have the grapefruit or the apple flavor. We've got orange, we've got lime. I've not seen the Bud Light Radler grapefruit. That wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I've had worse. I'm going to continue adjusting cabinets, putting on knobs and pulls, etc. I'll keep listening. All right. Good morning. It's 10:01 a.m. in Carthage, Illinois. 11:01 a.m. in South Carolina, in Conway. Let me see. Schaffenheiser beer. I totally misspelled it. I don't know. I made a YouTube video of it. I could probably go back and look and see what it was, but it was an orange German beer that I really liked. It's probably my favorite one out of the 8-pack I got. I'm through my first cup of coffee. About time to put another one on. I mean, the bottom of this cup is ice cold, but I'm not going to waste it. A couple grains in the bottom. My filter must have laid over. Jared, I'll give you a little update about Tuesday. My buddy Nick and Kevin came over about 11 o'clock. We went out in the woods and shot some guns. Kevin's father gave Kevin his childhood shotgun. A really neat shotgun is a 20 gauge with a clip that held 2 and then 1 in the chamber. So 3 rounds, bolt action shotgun with a fully adjustable choke at the end of it. We went out there and probably put, 25, 30 rounds through it. We had 25 to 30 plastic containers that we filled with water. We froze some of them and put some food coloring in some of the other ones so they stand out real nice and bright. But this gun, I can't remember the name of the brand of it, but it was out of a Montgomery Ward ordering catalog, kind of like Sears and Roebuck used to have their ordering catalog. Like the 12 gauge shotgun I have is from Sears and Roebuck, and it was actually a knockoff of their Winchester model. Same as this 20 gauge that Kevin had was a knockoff sold for Montgomery Ward. But very similar kick as the 12 gauge. I was surprised that as a smaller sized ammunition, the kick was very similar. The boom itself was the same. The choke was really neat. I didn't know that full choke was the tightest the tightest spread on your target, and then all the way out was the largest spread. And so really neat gun. You could use that for a couple different applications, bird hunting and small game. But we had the 20 gauge shotgun. We had the 12 gauge shotgun. We had 2 AR-22 long rifles with nice precision scopes. We had the 38 special handgun. We had 2 9mm handguns, and we had my 22 long rifle. I purchased 550 rounds of 22 ammo. I purchased 100 rounds of the 12 gauge and 50 rounds of the 38 special. And between myself, Nick, and Kevin, we had right at 3,000 rounds of ammo. So it was like plenty of shooting time from 11 to about 4 p.m. And then once we got back, Adam had a bushel of oysters for us. So we got some boiling water in a pot. We took the pot over to the grill, got the grill nice and hot. We boiled some, and then we just laid some on the grill. I didn't have any horseradish, but that didn't keep me from eating them. I just melted up some butter and went to town. So I had oysters that night, and the next day or yesterday, I took a bunch of them to work, and they already have the steam pot over there. So I just drop some in the steam pot and wait till they open up and eat until my heart's content. There's probably 5 or 6, 7 dozen still at work that I'll probably eat when I get there. But yeah, it was a wonderful time. I'm glad Adam's mom gave him those, and we were able to eat on those. Get your magnesium out of your oysters. Shirt and towel still hanging on. The towel's got a big rip on each carabiner. I may need to get out there. I was trying to charge my Samsung Galaxy S3. The phone, the port on it, it doesn't want to just sit right. You have to put the wire just right to get that Galaxy to charge up. And I'll try to get some pictures maybe today if I have time. I still got to walk Adam's dogs. And Mom's going to call me here in a minute. I asked her to give me a call yesterday. She wasn't able to, but we'll get Mom to call me. We'll talk about what we've been discussing, Jared, and go from there. But yeah, I want to get out there with the Samsung, get some pictures of the carabiners, and we'll upload them probably to the next chat room. I had Laura and Laura and Emma Louise Dunn curious about how everything is going. Daryl says, I'm eating mac and cheese with hamburger and taco chips. Sounds like something my older brother Dave would love. Dave is all about that mac and cheese and burger and taco. Those are his 3 go-to. He makes a smoky, cheesy loaf on his grill. He makes a meatloaf and then smokes it on the grill. Uh, he smokes a lot of different things: pizza, cheese. He's been into doing that, smoking cheese and then vacuum seal it and let it, I guess, incorporate the smoke flavors throughout the cheese. Throw it in the fridge for a little while. I've got some goat cheese in the fridge. I've got a horseradish cheddar, and it is wonderful, Jared. I know you love horseradish as much as I do. This horseradish white cheddar, I was eating it with club crackers. I'm like, man, this is good, but I wasn't getting that strong horseradish taste. So then I just started eating the cheese by itself, and it got a little spicy. I really liked it. I will be buying it again. That's at Aldi's, ALDI grocery store. And I think it was $2.29 for the block. So I like to keep an eye open. They do have a nice variety of artisanal cheeses over there, from Greece and Italy and I don't know, Danish cheeses. But there is one cheese. Daryl says, "Ew, horseradish is disgusting." There's one cheese I have tried that I will not try again. I'm like, I'll try anything once. Limburger cheese. Whoo, what a stinky, smelly cheese that is. From what I read, it's the same bacteria that makes that cheese have its smell is the same bacteria that's in your armpit when your armpit stinks. So imagine that. You open this foil off of Limburger cheese and you're like, oh, it reeks. So I watched some YouTube videos of old timers. They used to do Limburger cheese on rye bread with onions and mustard. And that was kind of their cheap, it was affordable food that they could eat. And then I heard that people in the military, I guess I don't remember which, was it World War II? I don't even know, but they were eating Limburger cheese on rye with onions and mustard. And some of the people on the YouTube video, they're like, I'm the grandchild of, so-and-so, and they ate this, so I'm going to give it a try on video. And you see them open the cheese and like, whoo, and then they put it on the bread and they take a bite and, oh, some strong flavors, onion, mustard, Limburger. Uh-huh. Yeah, I was at work one day and my coworker, Robert, was waiting on a lady, and the lady said, I'll take a cheeseburger. And Robert says, well, what type of cheese would you like? And she says, I don't know. Surprise me. And I hear him in the background. He's like, Limburger cheese it is. And he walks away. Hey, there, it looks like there's my mom. I'm going to have to put this on pause for a moment, or I'll just turn it to mute. All right. Sorry to keep you hold on there. Nice conversation with Mom there, just catching up, making sure things are in order with our family situation that's going on. Trying to figure out some stuff of Dad's property, and that certain siblings want all of it when it needs to be figured out in a more civil manner, I guess. But not too much of that. Let's see here. Daryl says, this is a good cheese, Wikipedia. Open a new link. Ooh, queso. The white cheese. That looks good. That looks like the cheese that goes on poutine. It looks like cheese curd almost. Looks like a soft, airy cheese. I like mozzarella quite a bit. Yeah, siblings are greedy. You are right. Yep. And it's ultimately Mom's decision. It's called Turriabella. Let me look that up. Turriabella cheese. Google search for that. Okay. Costa Rican cheese. Okay. It is very common dishes, especially when it comes to coffee time or even as a bar snack. Most common used in being served inside a piece of cold baguette bread, but is also be grated and baked over sweet plantain to make Maduro con queso, which is a typical snack served in sodas, Costa Rican snack bars, or simply served cold or hot and melted in a corn tortilla. As a bar snack, it is used to be diced, sometimes battered up and deep fried to make dados de queso. Wow. It looks good. I'm craving that. Turrialba, if I'm saying it right. Turrialba. There, I see Cindy and her daughter out there. Oh no, Cindy's got a thing around her neck. She's got a big old brace around her neck. She must have got whiplash somewhere. Big old foam. Man, oh man. I wonder what happened to Cindy. She must have hurt herself. I'm going to start a second cup. A hot cup of tea this time. Let's get some tea going. Rinse out the coffee cup. All right. Throw away my old coffee filter coffee. That goes in the trash. Grab a tea bag. This is a Tea Company Benner Classic Blend. Individual tea bag. I pull the tea bag out. I pull the little paper off the string. I put the tea bag in the coffee pot. Turn it on. We're good to go. Get a little bit of sugar in my cup here. About 4 seconds worth. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my sugar. Get a spoon. I just put up a couple mouse traps in the house. Last year I had a mouse that went underneath my sink into the floor somewhere and died. And let me tell you about stink. I mean, you all know the dead mouse smell, but then after that, it just kept reeking and stinking. And I had put baking soda in container after container. I sprayed bleach. I sprayed aerosol. I had the gels. I had all the different kind of masking cover-up scent for Febreze, trying to cover the stench up. And finally, wherever the rat died or mouse died and decomposed, there is no smell anymore. So I've got 2 mouse traps out now because when it gets cold is when the mice like to come in. So I've got one, they're the Victor brand. one with cheese and one with peanut butter. So we will see if we get any mice this year. And I'm going to try to be ahead of the game this year. Last year, I put the traps out after one had died under my sink. So hopefully we'll get them before they die underneath the sink. Daryl says, love me some chamomile tea. Yes, I like chamomile too, but I think chamomile is like a tea that I like right before bed. Like helps me fall asleep. Is Chamomillum nobile, commonly known as chamomile, Roman chamomile, English chamomile, garden chamomile, ground apple, low chamomile, mother's daisy, or wig plant. Is a low perennial plant found in dry fields and around gardens and cultivated grounds in Europe, North America, and Argentina. I'm keep getting these pop-ups every time I go to Wikipedia. We ask you humbly to help. Hi, reader. In the U.S., it seems that Wikipedia is used a lot. That's great. It's a little awkward to ask, but this Thursday we need your help. We're not salespeople. We're librarians, activists, archivists. They're asking for a donation. And I was reading online that Wikipedia is not broke. They're doing really well. So don't donate your money to Wikipedia. Chamomile has a lot of potassium, 21 milligrams of potassium per cup. That's 8 fluid ounces. Only 2 calories. Cozy chamomile. Yep. There's a honey vanilla chamomile. Oh, me and a friend want to redo a house, and we walk in, and the house had like 20 rats and mice that died in it. It was 100 degrees. Oh my God, we almost died ourselves. I bet so. What a stench. 100 degrees and 20 dead rats and mice. Jared says ceremonial grade matcha green tea is very good too. Hey, Jared, I have some of your matcha, I think. Oh, no, it's not matcha, but it's in your matcha container. I use AdBlock Plus, stops everything. I have AdBlock. Oh, it's not Plus. It's just AdBlock. Maybe uninstall AdBlock and reinstall AdBlock Plus. Blocked ads, 180,770 in total. I had a warning on my computer last night that said that there was a corrupt C drive. I had to restart to fix the problem. And I went to restart it, and it came with a black screen, and all I could see was the little white mouse arrow, and I could move it around, but I couldn't get into my PC. So I unplugged it completely and let it sit there for a couple minutes, and then plugged it back in, and it started up everything. And everything seems to be working fine this morning. So I don't really have any antivirus protection on here. I should. I used to use AVG free for a lot of years on my old desktop. And currently, I think I'm just using Windows Defender. Yep. Windows Defender is all I have. I should get something else, but I honestly on this PC, because I know that this is my main PC. I don't go to websites that I'm unfamiliar with, but still, that's not. You never know. Virus and threat protection under Windows Defender. It says last scan was 11/27, so 2 days ago. That was a quick scan with 0 threats found. Scanned 49,707 files. Windows update. Let's see if there's nope. Last Windows update was yesterday at 12:42 p.m. I did find with a recent update on Windows that with my recording program Mixcraft, that I can record different instruments. I can sing into, plug a guitar, bass, drums, or anything you want into the mixer board and records into Mixcraft. I've found that now I'm not allowed to listen to beats or instrumentals online and then record them to Mixcraft. Somehow Windows knows that I'm recording and will shut the page or will not allow me to record at all. It's like, what's going on here? Why won't it allow me to record anymore? It's like, oh, they figured out that I'm trying to record some sounds and beats that are for sale that are probably copywritten. And they're like, we're not going to allow you to record it to Mixcraft anymore, because that was a little loophole I had. Instead of purchasing a beat for $2.99, I could just record it to my Mixcraft. So I found another loophole. I just take the Studio MXL 990 microphone and I set it between my two 15-inch phonic speakers, and I just turn the level to 1 on the speakers and level 1 on the microphone, and I can still record my beats. Windows, okay? Yeah, so I did that. It does take a little more time, but I can still do it and not have to pay for beats. Antivirus just slows you. Windows Defender is all you need. Okay, good to know. Good to know, because yeah, some of my friends are like, AVG, man, AVG free, and I've had that for years, and it's always wanting to do updates, and it's always blocking certain things. It's like, you got to shut off AVG to do this, and I just got fed up. It is 11:39 a.m. in South Carolina. Let's see if it's warmed up outside at all. Currently 68 degrees inside my home. And today, let's see, on my cell phone, get an update. It's saying it's 46 degrees out. Wow, warmed up pretty good. Mailman should be by shortly. I got my little LED motion sensor light, excuse me, in the mail from Amazon. It was 1 penny. It only cost me a penny, but it was, well, I had to pay shipping. That was like $4.99 or something. So I paid $5 for this LED motion light put out by my back door, so when I come in, I can actually see my lock. But that was the last thing on my Amazon list coming in. If you find your PC is slow, get this Malwarebytes anti-malware. Yeah, I've actually had that. I've had that, and I've had Spybot search and destroy. Yeah, Malwarebytes. Free antivirus replacement. Yeah, Spybot search and destroy helped me a lot over the years when I was, excuse me, when I was doing a lot of downloading on LimeWire and those sites like that. I was downloading movies and songs and stuff way back in the day, and Spybot search and destroy and Malwarebytes definitely helped out. That's also a solid program. Okay, be right back. Okay. You know, we are listening to a lot of Christmas music at work. Of course, the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, my tea is ready. Hot cup of tea. Oh, man. Put hot water in the sink to wash some dishes when I got up this morning. Forgot I had done that. I was going to do some dishes before getting on this live stream, and now I got a sink full of soapy cold water. So I guess I'll drain that out and put some more hot water in there. You know, I didn't know that when you have a hot water heater, you're supposed to flush it every year, or at least that's what I was told here recently. I've been here for 3 years, and I have yet to flush it ever. And I said, is it a good idea to flush it now? And the person I was talking to said, no, it's better off just to leave it and wait till it burns out. So I'm going to wait to see when this thing burns out. But next time I get a water heater, I will try to do something like that. Sure glad I wrapped up all the pipes underneath the home, underneath mine and the rental, just to make sure nothing froze. I do not want to have to call a plumber to come out and start taking care of all that. It's a quickly an add-on cost that I am not ready for. Not interested in messing with that at all. Alrighty. Sign out there. My Martian blunt bubbler just arrived. Oh, awesome. Cool. Score. We'll have to try that baby out. Down here, there's a store called the 420 Superstore. It came from Colorado. Cool. Very nice. Shipped across the border. And down in Myrtle Beach, they have a place called the 420 Superstore, and they sell glass paraphernalia. And on 420, on April 20th, it's a buy one, get one free. So a bunch of my coworkers, they run over there on April 20th and get the 2 pieces for the price of 1. But I mean, some of these glass pieces, it just blows my mind. They're like, yeah, I spent $250 on this piece. I'm thinking, wow, a pack of papers is $1.99. But I guess, you know, if you got the money, you want to spend it, you earned it, you made it yourself, spend it how you want. Enjoy, life's too short. 2 people in the chat room. Good morning. It is 11:45 a.m. in Conway, South Carolina, November 29th, 2018. 47 degrees outside, 68 degrees inside. Oh, the Martian cost you only $9.99 US. That's a good price. That's a real good price. Yeah. Yeah, I could spend $10 on something like that. I'd be okay with spending that. I'm not spending $200 though. These whole fads, you know, everyone's getting into this like ice wax. You know, they got their bubbler with their little glass bowl they hit with a torch. And, you know, to each his own, whatever. It is still a cool day. It's going to be nice to get out there, get the dogs running around, get my blood pumping too. I like to get a slight run. I don't run, but maybe a fast walk, get my blood going a little bit, gets my day going. Got me a bunch of aluminum cans here. I need to take to the recycling bin. Can't remember what they are a pound, 13 cents a pound, something like that. Not the greatest, but last year I got around $53, I think it was, from cans. I had a couple old batteries, some old copper. It's almost the 1st, which means I got rent coming up here, or lot rent. Now I'm dirt poor. I went to Toys R Us and they had the Xbox One S on sale. Didn't have the money for it, but I had to buy it because it was $225. Now you're dirt poor. Yeah, I got so close to buying the Xbox One. I made an Xbox account, and it didn't fall through. And then I went and built this PC, and I'm buying games through Steam and Origin. Looking at Origin site now, not right now, but recently, the past couple of days. I'm hoping that what was it, Red Redemption 2 will come out on PC soon. I don't really have a whole lot of time to game. I'm always busy with work and just life, but it's usually late 2000. I'm reading late 2000, late in the evening when I get on. How about WWE 2019 on Steam? Nice. Score. How is there a housefly? This random housefly just showed up. I didn't even open the door. All of those fruit flies are gone, though. Those gnats I was talking about. Ooh, got them with the fly swatter. The trusty old fly swatter. I like the bug assault gun. That is really neat. It shoots salt out, so you can fill this gun with salt and shoot bugs with it. But the downside of that is you're shooting salt all over your house. It's nice if you're on the patio, I guess, to have a little fun shooting bugs with the bug assault. I think the last I looked at it was 49 or 59. Let's see. $39.95. The original. Yeah, like how is it even alive right now? Like where did it come from? Out of my drain? No, those are fruit flies. The fruit flies are gone. I don't have those anymore. Hot tea is good. Nice and warm. Oh, there's a mailman. That's a different truck. Different Jeep. I don't recognize that one. I'm going to stare out my kitchen window, see if they put anything in my box. Oh, yeah, looks like a garbage flyer. A young lady. A pretty young lady. Yeah, pretty young male lady. Daryl, you mailed them to me? Oh, no. Oh, man. Every page I go to, there's politics popping up. I don't like talking about politics in the live room, but I should mail you this. You know, I want to Google something. How many days is a bone-in ham good after it's cooked in the refrigerator? I've got a ham from Thanksgiving. It's almost been a week. So Thursday, yeah, it's been a week. So I've got a ham in there from a week ago. I wonder if it's any good still, or if I should just get rid of it. Let me see. How long can a bone-in ham stay in the refrigerator? Okay, refrigerate. Spiral cut ham, leftovers from consumed cooked hams. 3 to 5 days. Well, looks like I need to get rid of it, but I'm sure it wouldn't kill me. Ham and beans. You're right, Jared. I have a huge bag of beans up there that I bought during the hurricane. Dry beans. Maybe I should let them soak. I should let them soak today, and then I can do ham and beans. And maybe even grind some through the meat grinder and make ham salad sandwich. Oh, Daryl sending me a photo on WhatsApp. Neat app. If you talk to anyone in different countries, it's free. Horchata. I know what it is. Yeah, horchata. Yep, it is good. Yeah, the States, they sell an alcoholic drink called rum chata. It's very creamy, kind of like that. Horchata is good stuff. You bought too many bags. It's a dairy product, I believe, or powdered milk. It takes so long to make. It's a lot of work, a lot of physical work. You have to strain it. Mm-hmm. Various plant milk beverages. Okay. Let's see. Restaurant employees serve the drinks to be laying in them in the jars into glass. A glass of horchata. Comes a Latin term related to Mediterranean tradition of grain-based beverages. Okay. Horchata-like beverage made near Valencia. From Valencia, where it remained popular, the concept of horchata was brought to the New World. Here, drinks called agua de horchata, or simply horchata, came to be made with white rice and cinnamon, or canela, instead of tiger nuts. Sometimes these drinks had vanilla added and were served adorned with fruit. Today, these and other similarly flavored plant milk beverages are sold in various parts of the world as varieties of horchata or kunu. Looks good to me. I like cinnamon. Now, there's a horchata flavored donut. That'd be good too. Or, yeah, you have to strain it or it tastes like a beach got in your drink. Oh, no. Gritty. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be I'm really not a fan of gritty drinks like the powdered malt that people put into milkshakes. I've never liked that. And I'm not a big fan of malt balls themselves, chocolate covered malt balls. You bite into it, it's like chalky, it's dry, it's not that flavorful. Not a big fan of malt. Once it's strained, it's great. I'm imagining you'd have to go through like a wire mesh strainer, then through something even finer, maybe a plastic mesh strainer, and then it may be too thick to even go through like a coffee filter. But if it could, that'd be a real fine drink there. It's like people that mix pure their coffee grounds is just with hot water, and they stir it in, then let all the coffee grounds sink to the bottom, and then they drink their coffee. No, thank you. I like to strain my grounds out. Oh, coffee filter won't work. Yeah, so it'd have to be like a plastic mesh filter. I've got a couple of them that vary in size. That I when I was juicing, I got on this health nut kick for a while, and I was juicing a bunch of vegetables and I was straining them through, and I didn't like the chunks in the drink trying to swallow the drink, and the plastic strainers worked really well. a fine wire filter, and even then it still plugs up. I haven't done a real fine one. I have one that is about the holes are about the size of a screen in a window, a screen window or a screen door, that I use sometimes for small orders of pasta. An hour 55 in the room. It's a beautiful day. Glad I'm still alive, kicking. Went over to Sam's Club. I've got 480 trash bags. I think that should last me over a year, no problem. I mean, that's more than one trash bag a day, and I don't do that. Also bought like 200 rolls of toilet paper. I mean, we'll see how long that lasts. And then, yeah, another day on the right side of the grass, Jared says. Exactly. 10 toes up. On the right side of the grass. You don't want to be under the grass. You want to be above it. Shirt and towel are getting a nice breeze. Doing their thing. They're whipping and neighing. At least if the world ends, you can still wipe your ass. That's right. Or you can kiss it. Or you can kiss your ass goodbye. If you're that flexible. I know I'm not. Oh, I'm getting sleepy again. I slept pretty good last night. Just that another Aaron Rankin work day. Kick back, legs up in the air, coffee cup leaning up against me. If shit was to ever happen, I'm headed to the Windsor salt mines. They go deep. That's not a bad idea. That's take you some canned goods. Another Aaron Rankin work day. Just kicking back. Oh, taking it easy. Oh, Jared, I wanted to mention to you. I've been looking at dump trailers. My Pathfinder will pull between 3,500 to 5,000 pounds. So I don't really need one as big as the double axle, which is like 7,000 pound trailer. But there was one that was a single axle that was 4,000 pounds. It was small, but I was thinking about just getting it and putting an ad on Craigslist and saying, you fill, like U-Haul, but you fill. So I drop it off, you fill it, you call me when it's full, and I take it away. And because I live right next to the dump, I thought it would be pretty convenient. From yard waste to yeah, you're right. Going to business, hauling everything from yard waste to construction debris. That's what I was thinking. And there's only a couple things that are like, you're not supposed to take paint, right? That'd be hard to get rid of. Can't get rid of paint. I do live conveniently located. So I saw one on eBay for $2,500, brand new with the battery dump trailer, you know, and has the wire that hooks up to your truck. So as you're driving, or if the truck is running, it's charging your battery. So you don't have to constantly put a charger onto the battery. I've seen some of the trailers that just has a battery, and you have to, once you get home, you have to plug in the charger, you have to plug in the battery. And this one was just, if you left it plugged to your truck while your truck was running, it would charge your battery. And they have a wireless remote, and I think I just want the wired remote on one. But I saw that you could some of those trailers would have a 4 or 5 year warranty. So that's really something I need to look into before purchasing one. And I also saw that you can get $170 per ton of limestone profit. This is what a guy on YouTube was saying. One with a roll-up tarp. Yeah, that's good. Over the top, so you're not blowing debris all over the road. Yeah. So, Jared, if you get time and you get home, you know, and you're sitting around your board, and you can look for me a couple suggestions of what a really badass one is, because I don't see a ton of them here. I mean, I saw a lot of them in Illinois. It's a very popular thing in Illinois. And I only found one guy that was in Tennessee that was building them brand new, and there was a guy up in Raleigh that was building them brand new. I need to find something a little bit closer that I can buy it and go just drive and pick it up and come home with it. But yeah, make an ad on Craigslist that on my day off, I can, drop that off somewhere and be like, you fill it up, and when you're done, call me and I'll take it away. And what would you charge for like a 4,000 pound dump trailer? Like $150, like you fill it, I'll take it for $150. I don't even know, but my renter, he is he's a big scrapper. So he knows all the prices of all that type of stuff. And he's like, man, definitely. He's like, look into it. He said, you can find those dump trailers that the actual box drops off the trailer. So you buy the trailer that has like 5 boxes, and then you can drop those 5 boxes somewhere. And then you just go and you pick up the whole box and it rides back up on the trailer. I was like, wow. So then you don't just have 1 box, you got 5 that can work for you at the same time. And I was like, that's a good idea. Yeah, yard waste is always a problem here because the hurricane and the storms that we have, everyone has yard waste and they're trying to get rid of it. Let me see where I was at. Dump trailer. I don't know if it's Craigslist or what I was looking at. Maybe it's Craigslist. Let's go back to Craigslist, go to trailers. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like a small garbage trash can that you see like behind a restaurant, but it's an open top. My friend also mentioned about getting maybe an enclosed cargo trailer and moving stuff that way. And I said, well, I wouldn't be able to dump that. I want it to be easy. I don't want to have to go in there and shovel anything out. He said the reason for a cargo enclosed trailer, he said, because he's had scrap and like a bunch of copper and a bunch of metal in there. And then he come home and all of it's gone. He's been robbed. So I was like, I get you there. I get what you're saying. Let's see. I don't think I'll be able to find it here, but there'll definitely be another time where I'm searching. Yeah, but I think the Pathfinder could do a trailer up to 4,000 pounds and not have too many issues. Okay. Work up a waiver for each client to assure proper care of trailer. Oh, you're right. So every time I'm charging for the disposal, I'm also charging for maintenance of the trailer over the time. One with a roll-up tarp. So I'm not the wear and tear on the trailer will be covered when anything goes down. Yeah, pretty good idea. Yeah, there's a 5x8, 5,000 pound dump trailer, single axle, $3,100 in Fayetteville. Interstate battery. I'd have to build up those walls. I think I'd buy a couple 2x12s, get some bolts and large washers, and some 2x4s for the side. Build that up, build the back gate. It's a 2018. It's brand new. Trailers are all they do. Well, folks, I am 2 hours into this live stream. I need to get up and start my day. Oh, I got a little bit of laundry to do. Oh, stretch. Oh, man, I might take a nap again. I might even take a nap. I'm closing tonight at the restaurant, so maybe I'll eat a sandwich real quick and take a nap and then head to work. Oh, I still got to walk his dogs. Dang it. Okay. Well, thank you all for tuning in. As always, Daryl, have yourself a frigid Ontario day. Try to stay inside unless you like the cold, like my older brother. He wears shorts and a tank top and runs through the snow. So y'all take care, and we will talk soon. I'm going to try to get some pictures today or tomorrow. I'm going to plug in the Samsung today, see if I can't get it to charge, and then get some HD quality pictures of the carabiners on the shirt and towel. And we'll try to get those up here on the next live stream. So as always, thank you, and talk to everyone soon.